Welcome. So, this week's wisdom is how do you know? And this was raised by my goddaughter 2 days ago, and she spoke on it. And I thought it'd be nice to do this with my students on how do you know? We all live, but we really do not know many things, and we are living. So, it's time we go deeper to ask this question: how do you know, or how do I know? And she gave three beautiful examples in her life. It's only when we have experienced it becomes a living truth. Otherwise, we are just listening to everyone's stories. But we have to experience in our life really to understand what this is. So the way to sort of see it is when we see ourselves, people who say, I know, I know, I know all the time, that I know is our ego all the time coming in the way. So the master always gives a beautiful example to us, and he says, when you come to sit with the master, come with an emptiness, come with the empty cup. Empty cup means that ego has to be lowered and come as I don't know. And when you come as I don't know, you allow that teacup to be filled. Otherwise, if you come with I know, the cup is full, so whatever is going to come is just going to spill over. So you don't want that spilling to happen. You want that knowledge to sit within you. So come without all your memories and your past and future and all that nonsense. Drop and just come into that empty space when you come to really understand what is there to know. So we are connecting with this is the physical body, but we know there is something inside where I am in tune. There is intuition there. We know there is a mental body there, and the mental body is the one where the work needs to be done. So lots of things coming out from the mental body is like a minestrone soup gone wrong. So if we really focus within ourselves, then everyone else, like why this person is like this and why that one is like that, don't worry about all that. You just work within yourself. If we are inviting peace, then we will only see peace. If our mind work is all with war, then we are just getting into the war. We are not seeing that we can make situation, all the things better. So how do we know? We are really now focusing on, if we see people who are coming near to their death, you can see that they're giving up their senses. Senses means their eyes are closed, or they don't go around sort of tasting as much food as they used to. They speak less. So it's all about going inwards, and all these senses are disconnecting now from the worldly objects and desires and possessions and all that nonsense, relationships. You are just giving way to all that. So all the dear ones, you can see how as they exit, what is happening. How do they know? They know because they are now leaving their physical plan, the worldly world that they were living in. Now they are entering into the subtle world and the spirit world. The spirit world and the subtle world are all about just love and oneness. And towards the end, you see people kind of suddenly change, and they forgive you more, they love you more, or they may ring you out of the blue and they'll say things that will probably be for you to pick up. So in my case, my mom, I didn't know she was going to die in few days. She had no illness, nothing. And she kind of called me and she said, Nutan, please come and visit me. Won't you have tea with me and all that? And then she picked on the subject and she said, you are just working, long hours and this and that. Cut back, focus on yourself, come to that patience, to that stillness, include prayers, purify yourself, become vegetarian, pick up, wisdom, were her words. And I kind of thought, why is she saying this to me? But there was a reason why she said, because after 3 days when she died, it was a shock to my system, and I thought, this is my turning point. I mean, I could live the way I was living and just go through that pain and forget it, but make that pain your transition, your transcendence. But often what we do is we miss those people and we cry about it, we grieve, but then we are not transforming because they have sacrificed for us. So therefore, I must change. I must put those words in me and see how best I can become. So already we are best, but it's just that ego is covering all this bestness, and we have to start shedding the ego. So if you see how people are near to their death, they suddenly become so nice and so good. So now the question is, we know that this is happening, right? So why can we not have this before we die? We die before death, so that way we can live as a spirit, as a good human being, and see that all the things, all my conditionings, all my nasty habits, I can drop them one by one to come closer to the spirit body. So it's a work to be done. It's not something that you die with. It's we are given this opportunity to drop it on earth before we leave this place. And a lot of people live their whole life from birth to death, and you see them in the same old habits till they're 90, and they've done no work at all. So it's high time we reflect and see what is in my minestrone soup that has gone wrong. I need to know and observe myself so I can transcend. So the way to look at it is, when we go to sleep, we are awake, and then when we are just about going to sleep, we dream, and that is the middle stage. And when we go into the deep sleep state, that is the death stage, when we will completely be zero with our ego. There'll be no identity. You don't remember yourself, do you, when you are in that deep sleep, that I am Nutan and I am this and I am that? No, none of that. So let's understand that as how it is to leave the body, and then we know how we have to work towards this. So I'll leave you there to reflect on this. How do you know? You only know when you are empty, and when you are empty, you will know that I am not this body, I am not this mind, but I am spirit. And therefore, when I am spirit, that one Brahman, I will live as a Brahman. I will not live as a demon, and work on it. And it's a beautiful day today. So go out there and observe the nature, how lovely it is. And can we not be that? Namaste.